Hello, fans of geekdom. This is the Forgotten Prime, and I'm doing a hopefully calm rant. But before I get into the rant, I'm going to talk about Marvel and what it got me hooked to it, and what it had helped me as an individual. Well, let's get into this. The very old Marvel. Some of this I kind of got to grow up with, kind of. I got to see the ladder bits of this era of the Marvel comic books. Being that I kind of grew up with the following generation, where the artwork is a little bit more detailed. Where this was more simplistic, and it kept the people engaged within the story. They didn't need to force diversitize it because it already had it to begin with. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why change something that wasn't broken to begin with? This was where I followed in. This is the generation that I started on, where she comes out in the first time I read probably a reissue of Spider-Man, when the first time we actually get to see Mary Jane Watson. I was like, holy crap. And I loved her, that term. She's like, right then and there, she knew that was going to be the man that she was going to marry and live the rest of her life with, regardless of what he is and who he was going to be. That's what I loved about it. And it continued. And some of these characters were only loosely connected, because of the fact that, sure, they were all made via Marvel and those who worked there. They all were individuals who had their own creative styles and had fun doing their stories. Take a good look at all those characters. And then there are some that I just... The internet has become full of nonsense that I couldn't find any good pictures. Which saddens me. That the internet has become cable television. It is the reason why I hate cable. I don't want to be preached to. I don't want to be told that I'm bad because I'm a guy. But yet that's what I'm being told. And the more you bash me over the head with this type of product, the more I'm going to be saving my money. I don't care if it is in development or not. At one time, I'll be honest, I used to actually think it would be cool to see a bunch of chicks teaming up to beat the shit out of the biggest, most powerful bad guy, because the good guys are down and out because they got fucked up. But no, you're just virtual signaling because you can. You are forcing your political agendas into a industry that used to actually flourish. Money used to be something they could throw away. You are killing the comic book industry. But you don't care. You're just so busy focused on your own agenda. Leave your agendas and your politics at home and do your jobs. The team will not only include Captain Marvel, female Thor. Uh-oh! Female Thor! I thought it was the mighty Thor, according to Wakiki. Wakiki! Can I get you a tiki skirt so you can go tiki for me? Please? You've already gone sewing for everybody else. I'm done. Or I've been done. I am just not impressed. But we'll also feature America Chavez, Miss America, and Valkyrie and She-Hulk. Okay, which Valkyrie? Yeah, there's like so many versions of Valkyrie now that I am at lost because of the fact that when female Thor steals the Thor, title Thor and the hammer from Thor, she gives it back at some points and then steals Valkyrie's name. They've done it. They're doing it. They've done it in the comic books. They don't care about the characters. They don't care about the story that makes the characters liked. They just want to shove their politics in there. Men bad, woman great. Well, guess what? I've always thought women were great. All but you that want to focus on the political issues of life. Get over yourself. I'm not perfect either. I have issues, but I don't take it out on others. I don't get on my YouTube and start screaming, saying my life is a pile of shit because of you people. No, I don't do that. You're shoving your polities into the comic books, saying it's okay to hate and discriminate people because either if they don't follow your narratives, and then when they start following your narratives, okay, you're on a short ice list. But if you mess up, you'll be back out in the wilderness with all the rest of the not so liked list. And that right there is wrong. Shame on you. You don't segregate. You say you're the most inclusive people. Well, guess what? You're excluding the guys too. Hello, McFly. Or McFlying. If you're a female. Knock, knock, knock. I will literally I would be just like that old guy with the cane that looks like a hand. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, on your skull. To remind you, this does not work. I would love to give a lot of you a Gibbs slap. Because you guys are fucking up. Do me all a favor. Those of you who have common sense, who love cool shit, look up Gibbs rules. Or better yet, I might even... yeah, what the hell. I'll leave a link in the description for those who actually want to look up Gibbs rules. And one of those rules is follow the money. And then when you look at an industry that isn't making any money from its product that used to make money, sure, not a lot, but But it used to make a decent amount to where I could actually continue putting out comic books. Nobody's buying the stuff because you're putting in political crap in it. Enough. I don't care who's gay, who's straight. I just want good characters, good story, and something to relax on. But don't. Enough. Enough. How many people have to get on YouTube to say this? How many people have to basically say enough? I guess that's basically the biggest words. Enough. Kevin Feige, or Feig, I can't even pronounce that name either, talks about all Marvel, or all women Marvel movie. Why? Why? It's not needed. Not needed. Oh, let's see. I have been rethinking about all of my favorite hobbies that have kept me happy and entertained. That's the exact word. Entertained. A lot of the old stuff that I grew up on are still entertaining me. The new stuff is not entertaining me. Not because of the fact that I'm old. It's because of the fact that you're, yes, trying to ballpark it to a new, how shall I say it, venue. They don't buy this product. And if they did, it ain't gonna help, it ain't gonna draw more. They're not interested in this type of thing. In my opinion, if you are a individual who's gay, LGBT, or otherwise, make your own fucking character if you want something that resembles you. Stop trying to force other companies to cater to you if you want something that's around you. Period. That's the way I see it. I am bisexual. Period. Sure, I lean more towards women, but I do find some men very fucking attractive. Then when they open their fucking mouths, like you people do a lot, you treat other people like shit. Look in the fucking mirror. Don't treat people like crap. I don't like being loud. I don't like swearing at you. I am not a mean person. I'm cool. But when you basically trying to shove shit down my throat, back the fuck off. Take your politics and leave it at home. Do your jobs. Jobs, not your politics. All I see is politics in this. I don't see any of the heart that created the franchises that you are standing on. These are the skeletons that you are standing on. Thank you very much. Literally. Because when people go back into history and they're going to look at the stuff, they're going to like, what the hell happened? They're going to be like, what happened? Why did the stories go from being cool to sure a little educational here and there in the originals? Yes. In the original old Marvel comic books, they taught you to not judge a person via their skin color or for where they're from. Because the fact that during the time that they were writing these damn things was during a time that the fucking world was in wars. Where we were in such dire straits that we didn't know we had a future to look at. Like right now. To them, this did not exist. When they wrote these, to them, today did not exist. And then the Cold War ended and all the other crap ended. We've had a few skirmishes here and there in my lifetime. 9/11 was a wake-up call. But that's politics. I think it was an inside job, but that's my opinion. I don't trust nobody who shoves their politics into a story that's supposed to be entertainment. Not propaganda. Political propaganda. I'm disappointed in things like that. Her. Get your politics out of my comics. The spell on the hammer was a safeguard to prevent Thor, while he was young, to mess with his powers to hurt people. He did not want his son to do the same thing his daughter did. Think about it, you morons! But you're so fucking stuck on your sexist propagandas. Get them out of comic books. Tell a story. Give the characters life. You think that what you're doing is good. It's not. And then when it finally burns underneath you, your house of cards that you built, when nobody buys your franchise, this film, I've already suggested a boycott of Disney and everything affiliated to it. This is just another one. It's affiliated and it's boycotted. I suggest that everybody is a fan of common sense and good stories and good characters that aren't the perfect example of Mary Sue's walk it. Take them and leave. I bid you all a good evening.